The Bulls. Popping it and locking it. What's going on, everyone? Jeremy Ritz here. Courage pays better than fear trading, with another episode of Driven. And what a day. We had Jackson Hole, the Jerome Powell speech, and all that weakness heading into it. Man, there are some bears with some hurt butts today. Wow. I'm sure you have seen the move. At the time I'm recording this, we came a little bit off the highs, but not much. SPX up about 99 points. And at one point in time, we were up 107 points, and there's still plenty of time left to go in this day before it's over. But the market makers, dealers, traders, investors like what he had to say in terms of fiscal policy, and they drove it up. And so we are super close to all-time highs. I would not be surprised if we smash through that today before the day is over. We did hit an all-time high on the Dow Jones Industrial, but man, that's a nice move, 100-point move, and the Bulls are still firmly in charge. So much for weak Augusts, right? It's just the Bulls are in charge. They are in charge. And what can happen from here? Again, September is typically weak, as is October, but man, all historical seasonal bets are off because the Bulls just keep bumping this thing higher. And you would have to think there's going to be continuation, unless this is just suckering in the Bulls one last time before things get dropped. But it's hard to go against the Bulls in this market. It just is. Heading into Jackson Hole, to protect myself, bought some puts 1 month out on both Robinhood, ticker symbol HOOD, and HIMS, just for some downside protection. Those don't expire until late September. So I have that hedge to protect myself in the event that there was a drawdown, but we didn't get that. So that's fine. You gotta have protection. You gotta have hedges when you're managing your portfolio, and that's what I did. So those puts are obviously lost value, but the run up on those tickers looks pretty nice. But yeah, I mean, across the board, you're seeing Tesla up, Microsoft up, NVDA up, and there was even news that came in last night that NVIDIA is halting their H20 chips production for China, and that caused some weakness in the stock. We saw that drop a little bit ahead of market open, but that has since come back, and really we're just seeing across the board big pushes higher. IWM is up, and it seems, based on what Jerome Powell said, we did the live stream earlier today on the channel, so hopefully you had a chance to join me for that. If not, you can check out the video. But it seems that Powell is in agreement that there will be some type of softening of the restrictive rates. Now, how much that's going to be in September, we don't know. More than likely a quarter point. I haven't checked the CME Fed Watch tool to see if the odds increase. They dipped down to like 68% for September prior to that speech, but you have to think that they're way up now. And in terms of what Powell said, it was a little bit of a different tone from him. The content was a little bit different, and I think he was neutral to dovish in his comments, but he did say that there are upside risks to inflation and that we're going to see that passed down to the consumers. So he did say that. As a result of tariffs. Again, the pissing contest between Trump and Jerome Powell continues, and that he said that the labor market is okay, it's fine, but we are seeing weakening in there. He did acknowledge that there is some cooling off in the labor market, and that is the reason why people are calling for cuts, because typically whenever the labor market starts to fall and drop, it moves rather quickly. And so that's why a lot of people are calling for cuts now, so that it's not responding too late to the point where we end up in recession territory. And so it seems that rate cuts that's what we're going to get. So it was definitely a fun week leading up into this Friday, leading into Jackson Hole, because there was so much weakness. And when you're in a bullish move like we've been in, the slightest of drawdowns can feel very, very intense and crazy and scary. And it did. But when you are in a true bull market, you see moves like you did today. And again, bulls are in charge. In terms of day trades for me today, I did scout Google a couple times. I didn't have any fully committed day trades. I didn't have any high conviction, and I didn't catch the move off of Powell. I didn't catch it. I was live streaming. I was watching on my phone, but that's okay. But I hope you guys crush it out there. I hope you made some good money on the move, and we did get a little bit of retest. We're pushing back up now, so hopefully people were able to hop back in. And let's see how we close today. Like I said, I think that we can hit an all-time high before this day is said and done, and so that's what I'm going to be watching for. And then next week, the hits just continue, because we are going to get GDP, we are going to get PCE, and we are going to get the daddy of them all in terms of earnings from none other than Captain NVDA. So this run may not be over. You had a lot of analysts lifting their price targets for the broader markets for the SPX after Powell's comments. So let's see if people continue to FOMO in, to jump in and drive this sucker up hard. But remember, and this is not me being a perma bear or bearish or anything. This is just me being rational, looking at the charts. What goes up must come down. And who knows how long it's going to be before that happens. But eventually, this rally will stall, will fizzle, will fade, will drop. But until then, the trend is bullish, and we are going to trade with the trend. So there you have it. It's a beautiful Friday out here in my neck of the woods, and the sun is shining. Got the kids' haircuts. I got a haircut. Look, can't even really tell. I'm letting the hair grow. I don't have it fixed or anything. But yeah. So you guys have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. I'll have a live stream on Sunday to preview what's coming next week. Back into the real structured routine next week with the channel, so looking forward to that. Back to the shorts, pumping out daily. And don't forget about the free trading and investing bootcamp that I have for beginners. It's going to run September 15th, 16th, and 17th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. You can sign up. That link is in the show notes below. And make it a great day. Take care, everyone.